Kelly Miro here, and in this series, we're going to be going over the fundamentals of the block editor. The block editor is going to be a really powerful tool to pair with North Commerce to create any type of e-commerce store that you can think of. This can be for any industry, any type of business. You might not even sell physical products. You might only sell digital products. You might sell services. Knowing what we'll teach in this series will lay the groundwork to give you the freedom to do any of those things with the block editor that's completely free and North Commerce. So in the previous video, we went over how to modify a template so that we didn't see the page title, we didn't have those spacers, and this pattern that we added to this page can look the way it's supposed to look. What I think would be really cool to jump into right now is real world examples of layouts or patterns that you would use for your own business. So inside of North Commerce, we've created these pattern templates that you guys can you could skip this whole video and just copy and paste these and update the text and the images, and that'd be awesome. You could run with that and have lots of success. What I want to do is I want to show you how we created some of these sections so you have an idea of how to build these things yourself. So the only limit that you could have is your own creativity. So we have this awesome layout here, a list of product. This is just placeholder stuff. We have this section about, we have this value prop section with lots of different bullet points. We have some examples of people's testimonials. Maybe it's real stories, people sending videos, testimonials, whatever. Add it all right here. Then we have this call to action. Then we have this sort of social proof for these publications with these other call to actions, and then these other highlight full width image galleries, and then a testimonial, and that's it. So here's the same layout with a coffee brand, just same layout, just different images, and it looks really, really good. So let's jump into one of these pages here. So let's just I'll jump into this blueprint variation 1 here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of how these are laid out, and then we'll build this layout ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the document overview button, and I'm going to see all of these little items that we have here. So you'll notice we have a group block, and a group block is sort of like the container section for the entire section. So this group block is what holds all of the content and columns for that component or section or pattern. And the cool thing about a group block and why you'd want it to be the top level container that holds everything is you have the control to set the width to no width. So just whatever the base content width is of the template, the max width, which is going to be 1280. This is all set, either here or inside the template, or you have a full width. And the full width will, just like you'd expect, will give you the full width of your screen there. And then we have this 2-column block, and inside each column is some text. We have some paragraph text, just the body text, the value prop. We have buttons. Now we can add really as many buttons as we'd want. Here I can just duplicate this, and you'll see that these buttons just align one after the other. And then we have this row here that has an image and then a paragraph text. And the row is a really cool tool that allows you to either set things side by side, horizontally, or vertically. So, and then we have our row that just holds the image. Oops, that we just have, and then we have the next column, which just holds our image right here. And so we can set any aspect ratio there and set the resolution as well. So that looks great. And then same thing kind of here. This is all sort of like fundamental basic stuff here. We have a group block, a column, that column holds the image, and then this right column holds the information that we would want. And so let's go ahead and create one of these sections here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move that over, and I'm gonna go ahead and just go back to the dashboard, and then I'm going to create it on this page here. So this is still that same brand new section that we created. And I'm going to look at all this, just a 2-column block. I'm going to delete this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a group block. I'm going to just click enter. Then I'm going to click just the single column. And what I want to do is I want to set this to full width. Now you'll notice that it goes full width, and then the container just stays right here. So if you wanted to check that, you could always add a background color and you'll see, okay, great, that's full width. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a column, and you could add a row here. You could add columns. I usually go with columns because I'm usually doing multiple columns to a layout, and I'm going to do the 50-50. And you'll notice that the column is still pretty small here. And so because the group block is full width, I want to set the column container that holds the 2 columns to a max width of 1280. So that looks good. In this first column, what I want to do is I want to add some text. I want to add some heading text. So I can just hit heading. If you want to see all of your options here, you can click on see all, and then you have all of this information to see. So I'm going to click on heading, and I'll write, locally brewed coffee that you will love. Okay, that looks great. And what I'm going to do is I can set the size that I'm looking for, XXL. And then I can also click on this custom size icon here, and I can set the size I want. Maybe I want a custom size. 69 pixels looks great. So I could do that, or if I wanted to use the presets here, I could do that as well. So let's go, I'll set this pixels to, like 69 is fine. That looks great. Okay, so after this, what I want to do is I want to add some body text here. So what I can do is I can come in here and I can click these 3 dots and click add after. That'll add an element right after. And what I need is I just want to write some body text. So the default block here is the paragraph block. I can just go ahead and start typing. We source our coffee from the jungles of Colombia. I don't know, something that sounds exotic. That looks good. And if you ever want to delete a trailing paragraph, you can always do that as well. Just hit delete. It won't affect anything here, but it could be confusing if you have that there. So what I'll do is then I'll add a button. So I'll click add after again, and then I'm just going to click / and I'm going to type in buttons. You could do that. Another thing you could do is I can come in here and I can just search button. So and I can just click that, and it'll automatically add after as well. So that looks good. So let's just say I want to, reserve your coffee or something. That looks good. If I want to increase the width, I can do that. Or I can just click right off of the percentage that I selected. That'll set the default width. And then if I want to add some padding, maybe I want to add a little bit of padding, make it a little bigger, I can do that. And that looks great. And then I want to duplicate this, and I want to write buy now or something. That looks great. I could do that. And then if I wanted to, I could set this one to outline, and then I have reserve your coffee button that's filled, and then the one that's outlined. That looks good. And that's pretty much my section there. And then what I want to do is I want to get an image here. So let's go ahead. I'll just type in image, and then I'll click on image. And I want to insert this. I just want to upload this. So what I'll do is I'm going to go find that image. So I'll go ahead and click upload, and then I'll find this image here, and I'll let that upload. And then once that's done, while I'm waiting for that to upload, I'm going to delete that trailing paragraph again. Then I can click save, and that looks great. Awesome. Now, if you remember, what happened on the other layout was the text here, this column was aligned in the center of the image. And so what I can do is I can click on columns here, and then I can click on this vertical alignment icon, and I can align middle. And that'll vertically align both of these columns together, so it looks a lot nicer. Then I can come in here, I can click view, and I think that looks awesome. So this, and then from here we can start having fun. We could update the background colors. We could do whatever we wanted. Maybe this looks nice or something. You can have as much fun as you want with this. So this is sort of just the start to creating really, really cool layouts with the block editor. Let's keep moving forward.